Hey, what's going on, Who Dat Nation? Welcome to another edition of the State of the Saints podcast, where we talk New Orleans Saints. My name is TJ Jones. Thanks for checking out the podcast. I really do appreciate it. On this edition, we're going to be talking about the New Orleans Saints Miami Dolphins trade. Now, for those that don't know, the New Orleans Saints traded linebacker Vince Biegel in exchange for Miami Dolphins linebacker Kiko Alonso. Now, this right here was a really huge trade. I mean, a lot of people were talking about this. NFL Network, Ian Rappaport. It was a big deal because Kiko Alonso is a really good linebacker. And I know a lot of people that probably don't follow the Miami Dolphins are wondering what can Kiko Alonso bring to the team. Well, I'm just going to give you a little bio about him. He is a guy who comes out of the University of Oregon. In 2013, he was a Defensive Rookie of the Year. He's a guy that's sideline to sidelines, and he's a guy that you can trust in coverage. He's a guy that you can count on to guard the running back out of the backfield, and he's a guy that's not afraid to get his hands dirty. So I understand, like, with the Saints lost, Vince Biegel, he wasn't nothing to sneeze at. I mean, he came to the New Orleans Saints from the Green Bay Packers, and he has been one of those guys that have been well respected in the locker room. Even when he found out he was traded, he was class all the way. He sent out a tweet thanking the Who Dat Nation and talked about how he appreciate being a part of the Saints organization. And him and his wife met when he was in New Orleans, and they have a child now. So I wish nothing but the best for Vince Biegel, a class act all the way. But Kiko Alonso is going to be a big addition to the New Orleans Saints defense. A guy that you can put alongside Demario Davis, Alex Anzalone. I really think with the addition of Kiko Alonso, you got yourself something special. And I think that this was a good move by the New Orleans Saints because they understand that they need depth at linebacker. They need guys that they can count on. I mean, you have 3 linebackers that are on IR. And I think that the Saints going out here getting Alonso, they understand that the window of opportunity is closing. We all know in the Who Dat Nation about some of the games that took place. The divisional round against the Minnesota Vikings ending in heartbreak. The NFC Championship game last year ending in heartbreak. There are only so many opportunities that a team is going to have, and you definitely got to strike while the iron is hot. I understand that we had this whole debate about Teddy Bridgewater and Taysom Hill in the Who Dat Nation, but I think we all can agree with this. The New Orleans Saints offense looks completely different without Drew Brees in it. And in a couple of years, that is going to be the reality. The New Orleans Saints will no longer have the safety blanket that is Drew Brees. And you're going to have to find somebody, rather it's Taysom Hill, Teddy Bridgewater, somebody that is not in the organization yet to carry the reins. And the New Orleans Saints have to do what needs to be done right now, because years from now, we're probably going to be talking about how this team is trying to find that future quarterback. They're trying to find that guy that can actually lead Saints to victory. I mean, we know about Drew Brees. I mean, it's been times where the defense has been absolutely awful. And if it wasn't for Drew Brees, the Saints probably wouldn't even be winning half of the games that they won in the past. But you might not even have that luxury. So the Saints are trying to strike while the iron is hot. They don't want to squander the years of Drew Brees. And by getting a guy like Kiko Alonso, it kind of completes your linebacking corps. You already know what you got in Demario Davis, probably one of the biggest free agent acquisitions the Saints ever got since Jonathan Velma. You got Alex Anzalone, a guy who came out of the University of Florida. He dealt with injuries, but it seems like the light has come on for him. And now you have Kiko Alonso, a guy that can fly around the field, a guy that's a big hitter, and a guy that you can count in the running game, to guard the running back out of the backfield. The Saints have something special. And I don't listen to the Super Bowl predictions and all that kind of stuff, Saints going to the Super Bowl. Look, I want the Saints to go to the Super Bowl, but all of that to me is white noise. It's about what you do between those lines. Can the Saints execute? And the fact of the matter is teams get better every single year, and I think the Saints understand that. And by getting Kiko Alonso, the Saints are ready to go all the way. But I would like to hear from you. What do you think about the acquisition of Kiko Alonso? What do you think about the trade? Comment down below, like and share this video. This has been the State of the Saints podcast. And also I want to say thank you to each and every one of you that has subscribed to the YouTube channel. As of today, we now have 2,000 subscribers on the State of the Saints podcast channel. So I want to say thank you. And coming up this week, I will announce the winner of the State of the Saints podcast t-shirt. That's right. For those that don't know, I said if we reach 2,000 subscribers, somebody is going to win a t-shirt. So I'm going to announce that winner later on in the week. But previous episodes are available on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com. Search The State of the Saints podcast. Till next time, all I have to say is, who dat?